Welcome back to another episode of Agentic AI, the future of intelligent systems. Today, I want to begin with a simple question. If Agentic AI is truly transformational, why aren't more organizations seeing transformational business results every week? There seems to be another breakthrough, a smarter model, a faster model, a cheaper model, a model that reasons better, writes better, plans better, acts more autonomously. The pace of innovation is extraordinary. Yet, if you speak with many CEOs, CIOs, or business leaders, you'll often hear a different story. We've invested, we've experimented, we've built proofs of concept. But where's the ROI? Now, this may sound like a technology problem. Perhaps the models aren't good enough. Perhaps agents aren't mature enough. Perhaps enterprises simply need to wait for the next generation of AI. But maybe that's asking the wrong question. Because if we look at the research, a different picture begins to emerge. Recent studies show that while organizations continue increasing investment in AI, most expect meaningful returns to take 2 to 4 years to materialize. Only a small percentage achieve payback within the first year. And for organizations already deploying agentic AI, only about 1 in 10 report significant returns today. At first, those numbers sound disappointing until you remember something important. Business transformation has never happened at the speed of technology innovation. Think back, enterprise resource planning systems transformed manufacturing, cloud computing transformed IT, digital transformation reshaped entire industries. But none of those transformations happened in months. They took years because technology can be deployed quickly. Organizations cannot. Processes take time to redesign. Governance takes time to establish. Employees take time to adapt. Leadership takes time to build confidence. Business transformation moves at human speed. AI innovation moves at machine speed. And perhaps that is the hidden challenge of the agentic AI era. Not an intelligence gap, a transformation gap. Because while organizations are redesigning how work gets done, the technology itself keeps evolving. Last year, many organizations were deploying co-pilots. Today, they're exploring autonomous agents. Tomorrow, they'll likely be orchestrating multi agent systems. The target keeps moving. Imagine renovating your headquarters while the architectural blueprint changes every few months. That's what many organizations are experiencing today. By the time a proof of concept is complete, a new frontier model arrives. By the time governance is established, new capabilities emerge. By the time employees are trained, the user experience has changed again. The technology isn't standing still, and neither are expectations. But perhaps there's another challenge that receives far less attention. Unlike traditional software, AI operates on an entirely different economic model. Software was licensed, infrastructure was provisioned, databases stored information, but agentic AI runs on tokenomics. Every prompt consumes tokens. Every agent workflow consumes tokens. Every experiment, every evaluation, every prompt refinement, every benchmark, every regression test, every simulation. Innovation itself has become metered. The more you learn, the more you consume. And here's the interesting part, much of that investment happens long before a customer ever sees the application. Development burns tokens, testing burns tokens, prompt engineering burns tokens, evaluation frameworks burn tokens, agent simulations burn tokens. Innovation itself has become an operational expense. And then, just as organizations begin gaining confidence, the models evolve. A new version arrives. Reasoning improves, tool calling changes, context windows expand, latency drops, capabilities improve, which sounds wonderful until you're responsible for running an enterprise system. Because every model upgrade introduces new questions. Will our prompts still behave consistently? Will our evaluations still pass? Will our agent workflows produce the same outcomes? What about our retrieval systems? What happens to embeddings generated months ago? Can we safely upgrade without disrupting production? These are no longer questions about artificial intelligence. They're questions about enterprise architecture, business continuity, risk management, operational resilience. Perhaps organizations aren't managing software anymore. They're managing evolving intelligence. And evolving intelligence behaves very differently from evolving software. Maybe that's why ROI feels elusive, because organizations are trying to stabilize systems while the intelligence underneath those systems continues to change. At the same time, many organizations are measuring the wrong things. We celebrate benchmark scores, context windows, reasoning capability, inference speed, token cost. Those are valuable engineering metrics, but executives don't report benchmark scores to shareholders. They report revenue, operating margin, customer satisfaction, cycle time, risk reduction, employee productivity, business value. And business value doesn't emerge because a model became 5% smarter. Business value emerges because the business itself changes, workflows are redesigned, manual work disappears, decisions happen faster, teams become more effective, customers receive better experiences, the organization begins operating differently. That's when ROI begins. Perhaps the organizations seeing the greatest success aren't asking, where can we deploy another AI agent? They're asking, if intelligent agents existed from the very beginning, how would we design this business process differently? That's a fundamentally different conversation. Perhaps that's where the real return on investment lies. Not inside the model, but inside the operating model. And maybe there is one more lesson emerging from all of this. As AI continues evolving, organizations may need to rethink how they design intelligent systems altogether. Perhaps not every decision should depend entirely on a probabilistic model. Perhaps some parts of a system should remain deterministic, stable, predictable, governed by business rules, while other parts embrace the flexibility and reasoning capabilities of AI. Finding the right balance between deterministic software and probabilistic intelligence may become one of the defining architectural challenges of the agentic AI era. And perhaps that balance is the key to building systems that are not only intelligent but resilient, maintainable, and capable of delivering sustainable business value. Because maybe the future of enterprise AI isn't about replacing software with AI, it's about combining the strengths of both. We'll explore exactly what that means in our next episode. Until next time, keep exploring not only how intelligent systems become more capable, but how organizations can transform those capabilities into lasting business value.